Good evening all. 1 minute until we start. Evening Martin and the Hyman crew in Manchester. Hello Grandma. Evening to my mum. So there is a reason that I'm so cold. The boiler had gone. That's good to know. I thought I was getting ill. Good evening. Here's the jumper. It's not very exciting, I'm afraid. I don't really have very many exciting jumpers. It's all the effort goes into the shirts. The jumpers are quite they're quite calm. Alrighty, so we have round number 27 today of our quiz, which means another 20 questions, another 30 points, and we'll find out who takes the championship today in this 27th round. Of course, if you want to be in with a chance of getting a perfect score, you need to join in with the chitter chatter and get yourself a shout out. So the way you do that is just to the right hand side if you're playing on a computer, just below if you are on your phone. And if you are watching on your TV, now I have absolutely no idea how you comment, but it looks like you've worked it out, which is good stuff, because that's the way you get that bonus point. Let's start our questions then with number 1. Cloud cover is measured in what unit? Cloud cover is measured in what unit? That is question number 1. Evening, Rachel. I'm wearing the wrong colour for Martin West. I'll be fair, I'm wearing the wrong colour for my own family as well. Certainly not red. Question 2. In which high street restaurant is number 20 a chicken ramen? In which high street restaurant is number 20 a chicken ramen? Evening, Uncle Howard. Evening, Claire. It's been a while since we've been to a restaurant, but I'm sure you know this one. Number 3. It's that ice lolly question. Picture question for number 3. Name the popular ice lolly. Name the popular ice lolly. Looks like a chocolate one. I'm a bit of a detective, me. Evening, Jane. Caroline has explained she is watching on 2 devices, one for the commenting and one for the watching. iPad for the comments and TV for the viewing. Daniel going, it's the best dish in said restaurant, the chicken ramen. I'm not sure whether I agree with you that it's the best dish, but it's certainly a reliable dish. It's a good dish. Question number 4. What computer drawing program comes free with Windows computers? Since way back when, in Windows 1995, it's still there. What computer drawing program comes free with Windows computers? Those ice lollies are a particular favourite of my mother's, apparently. I have to be honest, I didn't know that. We don't have any in the house. Or if we... or she's got the answer wrong, it's one of the two. Number 5, it's a double pointer. Name the celebrities of the future. Name the celebrities of the future. As with all of them this week, we put the celebrities through an aging app. Face app, and the results are as you see it. So this is celebrities being aged a little bit, but hopefully you still recognise them, and you'll get 2 points for it. So 1 point for each of these famous faces. Sophie's around the houses tonight, from quiz to quiz. My goodness. Did you win your last quiz? Are you coming here as champions? Alright, time to move on to question number 6, which is this one here. Which giant egg had a nasty accident involving a wall and a fall? Which giant egg had a nasty accident involving a wall and a fall? That's question number 6. I used to have a cuddly version of this giant egg. Number 7. Who was the original host of Countdown? Who was the original host of Countdown? Original host of Countdown. Saw one of the repeats the other day. I think it was last week. I don't think it was this week. Last week. And it was someone that I knew was on there from years ago, but they've run out of new episodes, so they're just sort of rolling out the old ones. Question number 8, Itty Bitty Word Game. Today's clue, anyone for tennis, and you are looking for an 8-letter word in the grid. So 8-letter word in this grid. Your clue, anyone for tennis. See if you can get that 8-letter word. Caitlin is once again running between the kitchen and her notepad to jot the answers down. Excellent stuff. If you're watching, by the way, Caitlin, if you're watching on your phone, you can actually carry the phone with you. You can bring it into the kitchen. Unless, of course, you get no Wi-Fi in the kitchen. Martin promises us a good joke about the wall and the fall. I don't know if we're going to have to wait till the answers to hear it. His joke might give away the answer to the question. Question number 9. What is the most common street name in the UK? What is the most common street name in the UK? That is question number 9. It's a double pointer for number 10 as always, and here is your picture. It's named the TV show and the original channel that it was broadcast on. So there's your picture. Name this TV show and the original channel that it was broadcast on. 1 point for each part of question number 10. Caitlin is moving the phone. She's just not moved the notepad because the notepad would be an additional thing to carry and would risk dropping one of them. That makes perfect sense. Danielle's warning us that the joke's a bit rude. Alright. Thank you. Number 11. Who's the oldest living former Prime Minister of the UK? Who is the oldest living former Prime Minister of the UK? That is question number 11. We're about to get an update on the menu in Caitlin's house. Number 12. 5-pointer, of course. So let's see if we can get all 5 on this one. 5 logos on the screen, and if you can name them all, you get 5 points for it. So what are these 5 logos on your screen right now? Oh, I just saw Twesty's question into me. It's a 2-way quiz tonight. Favourite ship I've worked on? I would say Navigator because it was my first ship, and that was a fantastic contract. The first contract out of Texas. The whole time it was a bit repetitive, but a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Nice people. Nice weather. You didn't need to wear a jumper there. The only thing with sailing from Texas though is in about February. They get really heavy fog. So you sail in, and sometimes you can't sail in, it's just too foggy, and you just have to wait until the fog lifts. What's your favourite ship, Twesty? Coming up to number 13, here we go. Which is the odd one out? So here are your words today. Pitch, texture, structure, gradient. Which is the odd one out? Pitch, texture, structure, or gradient? Rob, I only worked with Rob out of the Southampton season. Only did Southampton season. Which, as a season, I love the Southampton season. It's with the Brits. Home crowd. Question number 14. What dark drink is Ireland known for? What dark drink is Ireland known for? Daniel Hyman coming in saying Queen Elizabeth is a nice ship. And Caroline saying, I can't believe the anthem wasn't your favourite. I wonder why. By the way, Caitlin's meal tonight, broccoli pasta and garlic. There we go. Very nice indeed. Garlic, I'm assuming garlic bread rather than garlic break. Number 15 is our singing computer. So let's see if the computer gives us a good rendition this evening. You do get 2 points for this one if you can work it out. 1 point for the name of the song, and of course a second for the name of the original recording artist. Have a listen to this.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
You know the song. You know this song. Let's play it one more time just in case you haven't got it already.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
There you go, 2 points. 1 point for the name of the song, and of course that second point for the name of the original recording artist. I don't believe that Rob is playing the quiz tonight. That is a fair point, Twisty. I mean, we are calling him out for this one now. It's a disappointment. We'll have to find him. He's hiding somewhere in Liverpool. Right, next one, number 16. Can you name these Cub Scout badges? Can you name these Cub Scout badges? 2 of them there, and 1 point for each. You've got a red one and a blue one today. Appropriately blue, I feel, with the one on the right-hand side. Uncle Howard, you are very observant, and the only person who has commented on my haircut. I did it myself, and I find that every time I do it, there's less to cut off than the time before. Danielle says her favourite ship has to be the Navigator because she's only done the cruise on the Navigator, but it was with me and Rob. Bobby Davro was there, Barricade Boys. Bobby Davro was brilliant, I thought. I thought he was very funny. He really was, and he fun to work with as well. $17 coming up. Here we go. Complete the name of this coffee brand. Complete the name of this coffee brand. Now I've taken away the vowels and I've left you with just the consonants. NSCF. NSCF. Name that coffee brand, please. You've just got the consonants there, no vowels. They are perfect clues. If you don't get it from those clues, you're not going to get it. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, think about this clue. Think about the clue. It's a brilliant clue. Number 18, you won't need a clue for this one. How many B's are there in barbecue? How many B's are there in the word barbecue? I'm in shock that you can't get that song one after people have practically, I was going to say spoon-fed you on a plate, but I think I've mushed together 2 different sayings there. Given it to you on a plate? Fed it to you on a... I don't know. Number 19. Boris or bluff? Here's a quote. Tell us, did this come from Boris Johnson's mouth or did it come from somewhere else? Voting Tory will cause your wife to have bigger breasts and increase your chances of owning a BMW M3. Is this a Boris Johnson quote or is it a bluff? Voting Tory will cause your wife to have bigger breasts and increase your chances of owning a BMW M3. Martin, there are no trick questions in this quiz. No trick questions. Oh my goodness me, we're spelling out the clues here. We are spelling out these clues. Next one, and the final question, is a difficult one, and they have been all week. It's a double pointer, of course. It's a double point puzzle. Have a look at this. During a secret mission, an agent gave the following code to the higher authorities. Aim, Jew, Oat, Tie, Mod. However, the information is in one word only, and the rest are fake. To assist the authorities in understanding better, he also sent them a clue. If I tell you any one character of the code, you can easily find out the number of vowels in the code word. Can you find out the code word? So you're looking for the code word. It's either aim, Jew, oat, tie, or mod. And your clue to work out which of those it is if I tell you any one character of the code, you can easily find out the number of vowels in the code word. We're still working on these clues. Brilliant. You've got a minute to solve this one, by the way, or double point puzzle for the end. A minute to solve it. If I tell you any one character of the code, you can easily find out the number of vowels in the code word. That is your clue, and it will lead you to one of those words as being the code word aim, Jew, oat, tie, or mod. "15 seconds left. Hopefully you've worked it out. Caitlin thinks she's got it. She's 98.3% sure. Alright, it's coming off the screen in 3, 2, 1. It's gone. And it is now time for us to start going through the answers. Remember, if you haven't yet had your shout out and you would like it in order to get your bonus point, just join in with the chat, join in with the comments. Just say give me a shout out. You can say anything you like. And if I give you a shout out, then you take a bonus point, hopefully taking you up to a perfect score of 30. Right, here we go. Starting off with number 1. What was the answer to this question here? Cloud cover is measured in what unit? Cloud cover is measured in what unit? And the answer to that, I will accept actually 2 answers for this one. The technical term is octa, O-K-T-A, but I will also allow eighths, because octa is an eighth. So octa or eighths is how you measure cloud cover. Number 2. In which high street restaurant is number 20 a chicken ramen and arguably the best dish on the menu? And the answer to that one can only be Wagamama. Wagamama. The high street restaurant where number 20 is a chicken ramen and they scribble it on your placemat. There you go. Not the one that I would go for though. But I think it was the first thing I ever had in Wagamama. Back in the day. Question number 3. Name this popular ice lolly. We found out that this was one that a lot of people love and yet haven't had for so long. It's a neglected favourite. It sits in the freezer of Tesco and never gets taken out. The name of it? It's a feast. A feast. Is that nuts that's in the chocolate around the edge? That will put me off. Number 4. What computer drawing program comes free with Windows computers? Computer drawing program that comes free with Windows computers is Paint. Brilliant program. Paint. Love it. Number 5. Name these celebrities of the future. They've been aged just a little bit. And it looks like one of them has changed gender, actually. But we'll start with the one on the left. That one is David Beckham. David Beckham. The one on the right, I think, now looks like an old lady. But it's actually Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. So you've got David Beckham and Daniel Radcliffe. 1 point for each of them for question number 5. Take both points if you can. Martin has gone back to Magnums now instead of a feast. Oh, Magnums for me, best one. Love Magnums. Question number 6. Which giant egg, there's a joke about this, but we're never going to hear it. Which giant egg had a nasty accident involving a wall and a fall? That one is Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. No, sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Right. Number 7. Who was the original host of Countdown? The original host of Countdown. It was Richard Whiteley. Richard Whiteley. I have to be honest, I wouldn't have got that one without looking it up. But Richard Whiteley is the answer. Number 8, Itty Bitty Word Game. Anyone for tennis was the clue, and you were looking for an 8-letter word that worked with that clue. The word? It's in yellow now. It's rackets. Rackets. The joke is this. What's brown and behind the wall? And I have a feeling that I'm probably not going to read out the answer. But you might be able to see the answer in the comments. Question number 9. What is the most common street name in the UK? The most common street name in the UK, pretty unimaginative actually. It's High Street. High Street is the most common street name in the UK. High Street. Number 10 is our 2-point TV show question. Name the TV show and the original channel that it was broadcast on. They all look like doctors to me. And that would be because they are. It's Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy. And the channel? ABC. ABC. So Grey's Anatomy and ABC. You get 1 point for each part of that answer. So please take 2 points if you can. I think there probably is more than one way of spelling rackets, actually, Caitlin. So you may not have been spelling it wrong. Number 11 is our political question for the day. Who's the oldest living former Prime Minister of the UK? The oldest living former Prime Minister of the UK is John Major. John Major. 77, I think. Is John Major is the oldest living former Prime Minister of the UK. Number 12 is our 5-pointer. All of these logos, 1 point each. So let's start with the purple square. The purple square with the coloured shapes on it. And that one is Slack. Slack, some sort of work social media platform. Slack. Then above that is Uber. Uber, the not a taxi people. Then in the middle, it's Netflix. Netflix. And then Amazon is the yellow smile arrow. And then the bird of sorts is Giorgio Armani. Giorgio Armani. So you got Slack, Uber, Netflix, Amazon, and Giorgio Armani, giving you hopefully Perfect score of 5 points. If you can get it, please take as many points as you can on that one. So if you've got 4 right, please take 4 points. 3 right, take 3 points. 13. Which of these is the odd one out? Pitch, texture, structure, or gradient? I think this one's probably a little bit more difficult than some of the others that we've done. Pitch, texture, structure, or gradient. The odd one out is gradient, and the reason for that is that all of the others are elements of music. The pitch, the texture, the structure, but gradient is not an element of music. Daniel Hyman put it out there saying that Slack is better than Microsoft Teams. I've not used either of them, so I'll take your word for it. Number 14 is this. What dark drink is Ireland known for? What dark drink is Ireland known for? And that one is Guinness. Guinness. Oh, a few people going for texture for the odd one out. I'd be interested to know your logic, because it could be correct too. Question number 15 is our singing computer. So let's have a listen one more time to what our computer had a sing about today.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
The song, and I am so sure that you have heard the song, is by a band called Oasis. That was your clue about In the Desert. Oasis, and the song is Wonderwall. Wonderwall by Oasis. Well done if you got it. I know that certain people got it because then they were being so generous with the clues. But hopefully you worked it out. Wonderwall by Oasis. Number 16. Can you name these Cub Scout badges? So 2 badges here from the Cub Scouts. We'll start with the one on the left. That one is water activities, and the one on the right is swimming. So I thought they were quite well matched actually. Water activities and swimming level 1, and water activities is 2 points. 2 points. And apparently Oasis are from Manchester. Didn't know that. There we go. Number 17. Complete the name of this coffee brand. NSCF. I took out the vowels, so you just need to put them in to give me the answer of Nescafe. Nescafe. They're the ones that do the funky straws with the milkshake in the straw. Number 18. How many B's are there in the word barbecue? How many B's are there in the word barbecue? I considered making this one even easier by saying how many B's are there in the acronym BBQ. Is it an acronym or an abbreviation? It's an abbreviation. And it would be the same answer. It's 2. 2. Number 19, Boris or bluff. Is this our Prime Minister speaking? Voting Tory will cause your wife to have bigger breasts and increase your chances of owning a BMW M3. Voting Tory will cause your wife to have bigger breasts and increase your chances of owning a BMW M3. Is that Boris or is that a bluff? That quote came from Boris Johnson. It is a real Boris Johnson quote. They didn't put it on the side of the bus during the election, but that is a real Boris Johnson quote. Have a look. Look it up. He said it. I don't know if I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it worked. Question number 20. Double point puzzle. So if you did get it right, please take 2 points for it. During a secret mission, an agent gave the following code to the higher authorities: aim, due, oat, tie, mod. However, the information is only in one word and the rest are fake. So, to assist the authorities in understanding better, he also sent them a clue. If I tell you any one character of the code, you can easily find out the number of vowels in the code word. So, what is the code word? There we go. That is your double point puzzle. Let's see what you thought. in the comments. We're still all talking about Boris and those big boobs. Apparently John Major applied to be a bus conductor but didn't get the job. So, Caitlin, who was 98.5% sure of her answer, says tie is the code word. Tie is the code word. Caitlin, you're absolutely right. It is tie. Yes, tie. And apparently, you could work that out very easily by using the word mod as your test word. And you'd work out that it couldn't be a word that has any of the letters M, O, or D in it, which takes out all of the other words, leaving you just with tie. So, tie is the correct answer for question number 20. And if you got it right, it's a 2-pointer. So please take 2 points for your score. Alright, it is now time to add up your totals for this evening, and we will find out who has won the 27th round of our quiz at 8. Of course, tomorrow we have got 28th. My goodness, 28th round. We have not yet, by the way, taken any nominations for our vote tomorrow. Though we did have from Martin earlier in the week the 80s, so that's going to be a theme for nomination tomorrow. But if you've got an idea for a theme that we're going to vote on tomorrow for our Sunday special, now is also the time to throw that into the comments. Whatever you think it might be, a great theme, something you'd enjoy, something you'd win, put it in the comments, whatever it might be. Last week we had chocolate, we've had high street shopping brands, we've had musical theatre, we've had TV shows. Whatever it is that you'd like to see as our Sunday theme, tonight is the night to let me know so we can put it to the vote tomorrow. Alright, here we go then. Drum roll, please. Let's start to see your scores. The Wests are confused. But don't worry, me too. They're difficult, those double point puzzles. They are, this week they're worthy of the double points. Oh, Daniel Hyman throws in a London Underground quiz. That could be a one, couldn't it? Bit of an unfair advantage for the Londoners, but that's okay. There we go. Right, let's see then. Let's take some scores. Adrian and Daniel call it a very good score tonight. Very good score. 27 points for the 27th quiz. I like that. Well done. Nomination for Sunday from Caitlin. That's Friends as a theme. 18 points for Neve, 23 points for Caitlin, great score, 20 points for Jane, 21 for Caroline, 21 for the Wests, 16 for Grandma, 19 for the Mancunian Hymans. Oh, Daniel, they've disowned you now. You're no longer Mancunian. You've been ditched. Uncle Howard wants a quiz all about pot noodles. Martin West says it's going to be Sheffield Wednesday or the 80s. 18 points for Bubba and Grandad. 24 points for Claire. 27 points for Michelle. 12 points for Uncle Howard. Famous paintings as a theme, says my granddad. He'd have a definite advantage on that one. Jane thinks that Steve would like a good London-focused quiz. Northwest towns for the quiz from Martin. Art, says Sophie. We shall see. We shall see. We're going to put that to the vote tomorrow. So please do come back at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then halfway through, once we start to go through the answers, we will open the vote for our theme on Sunday. I notice that my granddad is very emphatic about his nomination of famous paintings. He has now nominated that 4 times and all in capital letters. And Neve adds 1 point because she forgot to add the bonus point, so that makes it a 19 for her score, which doesn't change hugely on the leaderboard, but it's still 1 point more than you had before. So that means that tonight we say our winners are at 27 points, and so that means that tonight we say congratulations to Daniel, Adrian, Michelle, Alice and Samuel. Well done indeed, and looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. See you then. Bye-bye. Storage solutions as a quiz theme. My goodness, we'd have fun. Names of IKEA furniture. That's from Neve. plants and flowers. That's a nice one, Grandma. I like that one. Oh, I think we've got lots to throw to the vote tomorrow, so we will see what it ends up being. See you then.